Good morning, students. So, today we discuss the limitation of the Werner's theory. You know the Werner's theory, primary valency and the secondary valency. He explained the coordination compounds, but Werner's theory was able to explain a number of properties of coordination compounds. It could not answer the following basic questions. Number first, why only certain elements form the coordination compound and not others? Some are form the coordination compound but some are not formed. So it could not explain by the Werner's theory. Next one is why the coordination sphere are entities so the definite geometry. So he could not explain by the Werner's what is the shape or geometry of the coordination compound. Next third, limitations. Why do these compounds possess definite magnetic and optical properties? So why they are so the magnetic properties like diamagnetic, paramagnetic, etc. not explained by the Werner's theory. So to answer these above questions, a number of theories have been explained time to time. So the bonding of coordination compounds. So some of the few theories are as follows according to their discoveries. So number first is balance bond theory. Short it is BBT. Second one is crystal field theory. CFT. And third one is ligand field theory. LFT. And fourth is molecular orbital theory. MOT. So however in your class 12th only two above theories briefly discuss one by one. So number first is valence bond theory. Valence bond, according to valence bond theory, this theory discovered by the Pauling. So according to this theory, the main points are as the central metal ion in the complex make a available number of the empty orbital for the formation of coordinate bond with suitable ligand. So, you know the central metal atoms or ion in the complexes have a empty orbitals. These empty orbitals are available for the bonding with ligands. Next points the number of empty orbitals made available for the bonding and it is equal to the coordination number of central ions. For example, when the coordination number 4, so number of the it have empty orbital 4. So it is compulsory to require a 4 empty orbitals equal to the coordination number. Third, the appropriate atomic orbitals s orbital, p orbitals or d orbitals of the metals hybridize to give an equal number of new orbitals of the equivalent energy, and these new orbital is called the hybrid orbitals and the phenomena is called the hybridizations. These hybrid orbitals are directed towards the geometry of the complex. So when you know when the sp3 hybrid orbitals, so it have the shape tetrahedrals. When it have a dsp2 square planar geometry, sp3d trigonal bipyramidal, and sp3d2 when the outer d orbitals are involved in the hybridizations, it show the octahedral, and n minus 1 d orbitals when involved it have a d2 sp3 hybridization and octahedral geometry. So next one is fourth, the d orbitals involved in the hybridizations may be inner. Inner means n minus d. Inner core orbitals involved in the hybridization and make a hybridizations and shape. These called low spin or spin paired complex. Those hybrid orbitals are involved n minus d inner orbitals. These type of complexes called the low spin complex are spin paired complex, are outer ND orbitals, outer core orbitals involved in the bonding. These type of complexes is called the high spin or spin free complexes. Next one is each ligand has at least one orbitals containing a lone pair of electrons. So you know all have ligands have at least one lone pair of electrons. So these lone pair electrons are donated in empty d orbitals or empty orbitals and make a coordinate bonding with the metals. 6. The empty hybrid orbitals of the metal ion overlap with the fully filled orbitals of the ligands, forming the ligand metal coordinate bond. So these empty hybrid orbitals of the central metal atoms are central metal ions. 2. Avalables and overlap for fully filled orbitals. Fully filled means ligand have the extra lone pair of electrons, and these lone pair of electrons make a coordinate bond with the metals, and this is called the ligand metal coordinate bond, because ligand coordinate with the metals and make a coordinate bond. Next one is 7th. This theory able to explain the diamagnetic when no unpaired electrons and paramagnetic presence of unpaired electrons. So it is the magnetic properties also explained by the valence bond theory. Okay.